Welcome to the Next Dimension Tales 3D storytelling video series. Authors and artists Shannon Albright, Darina Bree, Nara Malone, and Shovam Muir have been exploring 3D storytelling together for more than 10 years. To kick off our series, we decided to take up the Unity 3D Challenge to try animated storytelling with their editing platform. They promise we can tell a story using their game engine without writing a single line of code. They have a tutorial designed to show authors and artists how easy it is to use Unity 3D for storytelling. Over the next few weeks, we will be doing their tutorial together, sharing our thoughts, our results, and the unique twists we bring to the process. You can find links to download Unity 3D and the tutorial we are following in the description. Okay, we're looking at our blank scene here. First thing we want to do is create a plane, Darina. So select your scene and then Game Objects 3D and then select plane. So go up to Game Objects, see up the top? 3D object, plane.
Ta-da.
Okay. In the inspector, under scale, X should be 20, Y should be 1, Z should be 20. This will make your plane large enough for the objects you're going to add. Okay, and just for fun here, go up to Game Object, 3D Object, pick a sphere. Okay, now click into your hierarchy window so it's not trying to rename it. There you go. Select that sphere. Well, go over to, click it there. All right, now put your mouse over the view scene and click F. And that's how you zoom in and find any object in your scene. So if you click on the light, click where it says directional light and click F. There it goes. And that's where your light is. Okay, that's just a little tip how to find things.
That's a good tip too, because I keep hitting the period because of Blender.
Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to import your background.
Okay.
So you can scroll back in and delete that sphere if you want before we bring your city background in. That was just a little demonstration. So go up to Assets, Import Package, Custom Package, and then you want to find wherever it was you unzipped that city background file.
Hit open.
Mm-hmm.
We want everything.
Yeah, and click Import.
Where'd it go?
It went into your project folder. Okay, and just for fun here, let's take a moment and save our scene.
Oh, yes.
Because that's important. And you named your scene unit too. Good. Okay. If you ever wonder whether it's saved or not, if you look up at the very top, like you could move something and will make an asterisk appear and you will know you haven't saved that change. So I think just for fun, if you look for city background in your project folder, there you go, and drag that object onto the scene.
Drag it this way. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
just leave that there for a second.
There it is.
And now you see a little asterisk next to the personal, way up in the very top bar where it says Unity Project Test. You see a little asterisk over there under the word personal or beside the word personal.
There it is.
That means that you have unsaved changes. So you should always look up there and make sure you save your change. But
Save often.
Okay, so what we want to do is position our our background scenes. Like scroll back. Use your middle mouse button. You can scroll back, and you can see that looks like it landed in a good spot. You might want to lift it up some because the Y is kind of low. Yeah, and maybe move it back some. And if you look up there in the top in the toolbar, Doreen, just scroll across that a minute so we can explain those controls.
Here?
No, next toolbar up. The toolbar
Oh,
that
here we
you're
go.
using to move things. Okay, so the hand thing, click that and demonstrate moving that around. Okay, that's good. And the cross thing, that moves your individual objects. So you can click that, move it up and down, move it sideways. Okay, yeah, there you go. And do the rotate next. There's your rotate. And if you look in the Unity tutorial, they explain all of these things in depth if you need more detail about them. Um, and do the one that lets you stretch things right next to the rotate, the scale, and show how that works. So you can make things bigger in any direction.
And I'm just hitting Control Z to undo every time I make a
Yeah.
change.
All right. And that's good enough. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and add our skyscrapers.
Where are those?
So you go to Game Object. We're going to make them. And we're going
Oh,
to create, go to 3D Object and pick a cube. And put that down. You want to get to your cross thing there. Yeah. There's a proper name for that. But it looks like a cross. Now,
it's underneath it.
and you hit your F to get there, right? So if you
Yeah.
look over in the inspector where it says transform, you
Oh,
can
that would
make
help.
that Y a 0. Do that just so they can see how you
Not in
change it there.
position, but in scale.
Yeah. And then hit your F and zoom in and you should see your...
Is that true? I do it in scale instead of position?
Oh, you're talking for where to find it. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
no, you do it in position, right.
okay.
You did it right. Okay, so now go over into the scene and hit your F key, and you can see you should be above the plane now.
Still not. Let me see where the plane is. Oh, it's all really high up. Let me hit
Yeah,
0
you should
here.
put that as 0 too. Yeah. There you go.
And then this too.
And you can make your cube a little higher, like make your cube a 1 now and see what happens there. Maybe that's too big.
That's
like
closer.
0.5. Yeah. At least you can see where to put it now. Okay, so now you're going to duplicate that cube. We need 4 more of them. So you use right click, click on it in the hierarchy and then Control D as
Hold
many
on, I moved
times.
my city. I need to put it back up. Okay. Now, what would you like me to do in the hierarchy?
Click on the word cube and say
Yeah.
Control D like 4 more times.
Control D?
Mm-hmm. I think it's Control. Yeah.
Control D is literally control duplicate.
Right.
Yeah.
I think in
4 more
OpenSim
times?
it's a Shift D. Something we use it's a Shift D, and I always get them mixed up. But here it's Control D. Okay. So now you should have 5 cubes, and if you drag that little arrow, you will see them. They're all sitting on top of each other. And you want to just these are going to be your background of your cityscape. So we're going to line them up just in front of that background, and in a horizontal kind of row, spaced apart, and make them all different sizes.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, oh, this up show talk about how you're going to switch your view there
Okay,
as you do it.
this little gizmo here lets you, like, if you hit the Y, it takes you to being able to look at the top of everything.
Yeah, and show how that helps you line things up.
It does. So I'll go out just to be able to. Here's the cityscape.
Mm.
So hit my cube again. So then you can hit these arrows to try to get it, like you can do this so everything's in front.
Mm.
I like lining things up though in the Y, just so that I know where I am. So that'll be the first thing to do.
Okay, so the scale on your game object, and we should have probably done this on the first one before we duplicated them, should be X16, Y40, Z14.
Of the first one?
Well, they're going
Yeah.
to all be that way, but at least
Well,
on
that's a basic, but then you're going to change the heights of them a little bit for each, so they're not all the same height.
Can I choose them all and do the scale with all of them?
it's possible.
Try it.
Tried.
What's the scale again for them?
It is 16,
16.
40, 14.
Whoa.
I don't think that works.
Well, it
No,
does,
it
but you have to move it individually.
You could delete the ones and just change one and then make a new copy. Or you
Yeah,
could do them all individually.
16, 40, 14.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'll do what you just said. It'll be easier. So get that above the plane. Oh. And then Control D.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that one over there. How's that?
All right, and back off a little bit
Oh.
and make some taller than others. You can even change the width if you want to. Just make them a little bit different, but make some tall and some shorter, so they're not all uniform. We don't want a cookie cutter city. We want something unique.
I guess I have them too far back because I keep cutting into that.
I wonder if it helps if I can find mine.
Look how big they are. Maybe I'll move them all together like, oh. Whoa. Sorry. Kind of want to just. There, that's better, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So then you want me to change all their heights, right?
Right.
But none of them should be more than 40.
Right.
Okay. Look, it's a city.
Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and that's all we're doing for today.